have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. A shotgun snap for Smith. There's Chris Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Smith. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Back to throw, Smith. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Geno. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second down and goal. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, no doubt they're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Smith on first down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On first down, Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Through the juke. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Smith now to throw. Finding Ertz again. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Riley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And the Eagles at 7-9 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. After one, our score, 9-3. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Geno now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And they're using that in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Riley. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Play-action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven that once the target is passed through the air and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. It looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. They'll lead to 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To the air again, Smith. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice.
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players? Nope.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Smith. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable sprint.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. On 2nd and 15 now. Smith, Olave over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Geno. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Smith throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
From the red zone now, Smith. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Play action. It's Smith. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Saints. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Riley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Going for it with Sanders. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Hey!
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Smith. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. T.J. Edwards coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now it's Smith. And this is Cook with a grab. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Kamara up the middle. A nice little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Gino now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact kept the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Sanders again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 15. And time, a huge factor. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On second down, here's Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Smith. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking deep downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Fairbairn good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I
know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They're going to look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because
and as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.